Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Professor David J. De Los Reyes. I've got a new topic for those of you who are taking up engineering. This will be an added subject matter if you are taking up engineering, and the title of the topic will be Analytic Geometry. This will be lesson number 1. So this is an additional long video format topic on my channel because I have done differential calculus already, integral calculus, differential equation, advanced math, AC machines, AC circuits, algebra, and trigonometry. So actually I already have uploaded a complete subject matter on long form video format on the 8 subjects. So I will be adding another long video format topic, and the title of the topic will be Analytic Geometry. The concentration of the subject matter will be later on the conic sections. Okay? Because for those who are taking up BS math or other math subjects, the concentration are actually on the conic sections. But we must have to pass by lesson number 1, and that lesson number 1 is intro and the so-called distance formula. Okay, let's proceed. This is my first lesson for this morning on the long video format topic, and the title of the topic will be Analytic Geometry. The title will be Introduction, and we'll go immediately with the so-called distance formula. For the introduction, it is just a matter of discussing the properties of Cartesian coordinate system. So when we say analytic geometry, okay, our graph will be on the so-called y and x-axis, and this is the so-called Cartesian. Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, so when we say the subject matter analytic geometry, we are working on the so-called Cartesian coordinate system. There should be a vertical line and a horizontal line, and the the combination of this vertical line and horizontal line, okay, is referred to as the so-called Cartesian coordinate system. And again, as a an introduction for the properties, if this is the y-axis and the x-axis, we call it the Cartesian coordinate system. So on this portion here, we refer this one as quadrant number 1. This one here is quadrant number 2. This one here is quadrant number 3. And this one here will be quadrant number 4. Okay, this falls under the introduction thing, meaning we should know the definition of things under Cartesian coordinate system. So the combination of a vertical line and horizontal line, which is designated by the y-axis and x-axis, is referred to as the Cartesian coordinate system. On this portion here, this is quadrant number 1. This portion, it should be quadrant number 2. This portion, it should be quadrant number 3. And this portion here will be quadrant number 4. So at least we will know how we plot a point on all the quadrants. If a point is located on the first quadrant, of course, the abscissa and the ordinate falls under quadrant number 1. Okay? As we go with the subject matter, we could say how we plot points on all the quadrants, but for the mean trend, the consideration is just the so-called definition. So the vertical thing is the so-called y-axis, the horizontal thing is the x-axis. This is quadrant number 1, this is quadrant number 2, 3, and 4. And what are the other things needed for the so-called definition for the introduction? Uh, we should know what is abscissa and what is ordinate. Abscissa is always designated by x. That's abscissa. As a discussion on introduction. And if we say y under the Cartesian coordinate system, that is referred to as the ordinate. And to plot a point on the Cartesian coordinate system, we need a combination of x and y. There should be an abscissa and there is a y. Abscissa, actually, if we try to define it, we don't have to place the definition of abscissa on the board. Abscissa is just the horizontal distance of a point, okay, with respect to the y-axis, horizontal distance. Like this one here. This is x, this is y, right? If I say that this is point number 1, and the coordinates will be x1, y1, abscissa is this distance here. This is x1. So if we try to define what is abscissa, abscissa is actually the distance of a coordinate of a point from the y-axis. It's a horizontal distance emanating from the y-axis as reference. That's abscissa. Okay? And what is ordinate? If we try to define ordinate, like this one here, if this is point number 1 and the coordinates will be x1, y1, this will be the ordinate. This is y1. So if we try to define what is ordinate, as a discussion on the introduction, it is actually the distance of a certain point on the Cartesian coordinate system with respect to the x-axis. The reference should be the x-axis. It's a vertical distance. It's either that it will go up or it will go down. Right? But for the meantime, we'll just concentrate on the plus, okay, on the first quadrant. So the ordinate of this point P1 now will be y1. So if we try to define what is y1, it is actually the vertical distance of that point emanating from the x-axis as a reference. So for the abscissa, the reference will be the y-axis, and for the ordinate, the reference will be the x-axis. So for x, it's a horizontal distance, and for ordinate, it's always a vertical distance. It's either a plus or a minus. And so with the abscissa, this is a plus because it is to the right of the y-axis. If it is to the left, it should be a negative thing. Okay? So at least we now know what is abscissa and ordinate. We know what is quadrant number 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we know what is y-axis and x-axis. These are all referred to as the so-called introduction of the parameters under Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, I don't have to discuss other things other than that. So let's now try to derive the so-called distance formula. Distance formula is actually the number 1 formula under analytic geometry. After finishing analytic geometry, okay, or if we go to the other topics of analytic geometry, it's a must that we should know what is distance formula. Okay, so let's try to bring out the first formula under analytic geometry. This is the first formula. So try to memorize this by heart because this formula here will not change. Right? It's always like this. I will try to read the distance formula. Small letter d will be equal to the square root. We are now involves radical. We pass by algebra. So this is without any power here. So it is understood to be square root, right? So distance d now will be equal to the square root. There is two terms, there are two terms inside. It's the difference of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity square plus the difference of y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity square, all the square root. That is distance. And what is the significance of this distance here? It is this. If this is point number 1 and this is point number 2, if we try to get the total length of the distance between point number 1 and number 2, it is actually represented by D, and this D here is actually this one. Right? Okay, let's try to bring out the legend considering this distance formula here. Small letter d refers to the distance between the 2 points, meaning the distance between point number 1 and point number 2. So I place it here. P with the subscript 1 is actually the first point. P with the subscript 2 is actually the second point. Written as simply open quantity x1, y1, close quantity. If we will try to read this one, it will be the coordinates of point P1. Coordinates meaning it will be the abscissa and ordinate considering point number 1. So if this is 1, this should be x sub 1, this is y sub 1. If we try to read the next one, x2, open quantity x2, y2, close quantity. If we try to read this, it will be the coordinates of point P with the subscript 2, meaning P2. So if this is with the subscript 2, the abscissa here will be with the subscript 2 and so with the ordinate. So that's the significance of the so-called subscript. Okay, the next one. Open quantity x1 and x2, close quantity. If we try to read this, these are abscissas. Sorry for this one, it should be plural. Abscissas. And the next one, it's open quantity y1, y2, close quantity. We read this one as ordinates. So y with the subscript 1 will be the ordinate of point number 1, and y with the subscript 2 will be the ordinate of point number 2. X with the subscript 1 will be the abscissa of point P1. X with the subscript 2 will be the abscissa of point number 2. Okay, so it seems we are on the so-called introduction process. At least we know what is ordinate and what is abscissa. Right? I think those are only the needed things under the introduction. Okay, so at least we now know what is a Cartesian coordinate system. It's a, what you call this, it's a combination of the y-axis and x-axis. So actually, we are using this Cartesian coordinate system to locate a point on the Cartesian coordinate system. If the point is on quadrant number 1, the point should be here. If the point is on quadrant number 2, it should be here. Quadrant number 3, it should be here. Quadrant number 4, it should be here. Okay? Okay, let's try to bring out the derivation. I draw the Cartesian coordinate system. This is the y-axis, x-axis. This is point number 1. So P with the subscript 1, the coordinates will be x1, y1, meaning this is x1, y1 will be this one. This is y1. The abscissa of this point here will be this one, and the ordinate will be this one. Okay? How about point number 2? For point number 2, the abscissa will be this one. I will try to erase this one. The abscissa will be this one. This is x sub 2. Right? And the ordinate will be this one here. Okay? I will try to erase this one. So this is, sorry for that one. This should be y sub 2, and this is y sub 2. Okay? The location of point P2 with respect to the y-axis, this is x2, and its distance from the x-axis is actually represented by y sub 2. So if we try to get this, the length of this one, it should be y sub 2 minus y sub 1. Right? And if we try to get the total length of this one, it will be x sub 2 minus x sub 1. This is x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So actually, after taking the differences of these x's and y ordinates, what will come out will be a right triangle actually. Okay, so we will be using our knowledge on the so-called right triangle topic. This is actually y sub 2 minus y sub 1. This is x sub 2 minus x sub 1. This is the right angle portion. This is actually distance d. Okay, so if we are given x2 and x1, and we are given y sub 2 and y sub 1, we could compute for d. So d now, quantity square will be equal to, okay, we are using Pythagoras principle, right? The square of the hypotenuse should be equal to the sum of the square of the two sides, which is the adjacent and the opposite side. So this is x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity square. Am I still on camera? Plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity square. So if we try to compute for d square or distance d, we must have to eliminate these two here. So we will raise all the terms to the 1/2. So we are using our knowledge on the so-called algebra, right? So d square raised to the 1/2, these two here cancel with this. So it will now just be simply d. Okay? The total right-hand side raised to the 1/2 will just be simply the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity square plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity square. And this is actually the number 1 formula under the study of analytic geometry. It is this. That is the distance between 2 points, okay, in the so-called Cartesian coordinate system. It is actually the square root of the difference of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity square plus open quantity y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity square. We will be taking the square root. Actually, the terms inside, we could change location for x sub 1. X sub 1 could be ahead. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it will become negative. After the so-called squaring, it will become positive. So what will come out for the distance is will always be a positive distance. But not to trick yourself into a complicated thing, make it a point that the first thing here should be x sub 2, and the next one will be x sub 1. First one here will be y sub 2, and the second one here will be y sub 1. And this is the so-called distance formula. Okay, guys. This is an introduction to the study of analytic geometry. So at least we now know what are the important definitions or terms under the Cartesian coordinate system. We know what is a y-axis. We know what is an x-axis. We know the 4 quadrants. We know the meaning of abscissa and ordinate. So actually, the last part is actually the derivation of the first formula under analytic geometry. This is. Okay, for those of you who would like to subscribe to my long video format topic for tonight, analytic geometry, you can subscribe to my channel. My channel is at youtube.com/@ProfDavidJ. If you want to share it, please click share. Okay, good morning from Los Angeles.